Hi, I'm John Croak from the Cooking Caravan.
And I'm Chuck Johnson from the Cooking Caravan.
And this is Seema from the Children's Hunger Alliance. How you doing, Seema?
Good.
Good to see you, Seema.
Awesome. So we're waiting on our other friend, Chef Mike from Ohio Health, to arrive with a couple ingredients that he rustled up from the Ohio Health kitchens right behind us. Hopefully he'll bring us something awesome.
There he is now, John.
Hey, Chef Mike, how you doing?
Good,
See you,
you?
Mike.
Pretty good. So what's in the fridge?
I brought some eggs, some bell peppers,
Okay.
and some shredded cheese, and some skim milk.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chef Mike. Awesome. We'll see you next time, okay?
Good seeing you, Chef Mike. Thanks a lot.
Whew. Mr. Chuck, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I definitely am, John.
Excellent. Seema, who says eggs have to be a breakfast food?
Many people.
Many people, you're right, but not these two guys.
Because I really love eggs at night, especially scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. The wheels are turning here. What if we make some scrambled eggs with this stuff? What do you think? Good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so for scrambled eggs, we're going to need mixing bowl and a fork for those eggs,
Thank you.
egg pan, spatula, couple kid-safe butter knives, and some cutting boards. Seema, do you want to help me cut up these peppers?
Sure.
Awesome.
I'll go ahead and take care of these eggs, John.
That sounds great. Okay, so you tackle the red pepper, I'll tackle the green pepper here. All right, now we are using butter knives today, and as you grow up to be a bigger chef, you'll probably use a sharper knife, but these are great to learn on. You still need an adult present though, right?
Yes.
Is we're gonna take our knife, and we're just gonna stick it into the middle of that pepper. Great, perfect. Now just bring that knife all the way down. Perfect. Now take that knife out, and we're just gonna rip it apart. Beautiful, beautiful. See all this white stuff in the middle here, all these seeds and stuff?
Yeah.
We're just gonna rip the whole top off, okay? Just to rip the whole top off there. Perfect. And see all these little white things on the side? The membrane, this is called. We're gonna take that out as well. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're just gonna flatten these with our hand like this. Whoa! Beautiful. Now grab your knife for me, and we're gonna put it in the side. It's going to touch the cutting board, and it's never going to leave the cutting board, okay? And we're just going to drag it along like that. Make sure your fingers are out of the way. Very good.
You always want to make sure you fold your fingers back, Seema, so you're not in danger of slicing them. So if you tuck your fingertips back a little bit, it's going to be safe.
That's great. It's called the claw technique. And now we're just going to cut it again like this, okay? I did that.
Nice job on clawing your hand.
What's going on with those eggs, Mr. Chuck?
Well, what I did, John, I cracked 4 eggs. I put them in our bowl here, and then I made sure that I washed my hands because it's very important that we don't spread the yolk on any of our other ingredients. What I'm going to do now is ask my friend Seema if she can help me mix these eggs. And the tool we're going to use today is?
A fork.
A fork. And what we're going to do, we're going to put that in there, give it a little spin, okay? All right, and make sure you hold the bowl because you don't want it to lose control. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to use this milk. And I think it's very important that we add a little bit of milk. It's going to make the eggs just a little more fluffy. Yeah, and you want to make sure they're completely yellow. And that tells us that the eggs are definitely completely mixed. And if there's still some more yolk, you can use the flat part and just flatten it down. And then give it another mix.
Gorgeous. Now this is fat-free milk, if I see on top there.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Now, there's a lot of protein in these eggs, and there's also a lot of protein in vitamin D in that milk. It's going to help your bones get strong. All right, so over here I have this egg pan, and I have heated it up for about a minute, and I'm going to add a little bit of cooking oil here. That was about a spoonful of cooking oil, and I'm putting that in to keep my eggs from sticking to the pan, and also to flavor my eggs. I could use olive oil, cooking spray, all that's going to be great. I'm going to let this oil heat up for about a minute, but if it starts to smoke, it is too hot.
How the eggs look, Seema?
Good.
Completely yellow?
Yep.
Yep.
Looks great. All right, we'll take this fork. Go ahead and put this over here.
Beautiful. I like how you're keeping the fork that's touched the raw egg in the sink where it's nice and safe.
We don't want to cross-contaminate anything.
Okay, so now this pan's heated up for a couple minutes. Let's just put the peppers right in. There we go. Eggs do not take that long to cook, so if you're going to put anything else in your eggs, in this case peppers, you want to put it in first just to make sure that it gets cooked a little bit before you put the eggs in. Hear that? It's a beautiful song right there. Now that's the peppers starting to cook. So I want to make sure I keep these moving around. You can see they're nicely coated in that oil now. And once again, we put that oil in there to keep things from sticking to the pan, but also to put a little bit of flavor into our eggs. All right, so these peppers are really cooking now. I'm starting to see a little bit of water coming out. They're starting to sweat, is what we call it. And I think that we are ready for those eggs. So now my pan is a lot hotter, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit so I have complete control over these eggs. Seema, are you ready to take those eggs and go ahead and pour them in this egg pan for me?
Yes.
Awesome, let's do it. All right, now you notice that sound. That little sizzle sound is totally gone. Now that the eggs are in here, I want to pretty much keep them moving the entire time with my spatula, okay? So they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. Now, Seema, I want you to help me out here. Why don't you scoot on over?
What do you call that technique, John?
We call this folding, and that's when I just kind of scrape along the edges and push it to the middle. All right, so I want you to do that. Just scrape along the edges and push to the middle for me. Perfect. Now this is good, but I think we need a little bit of seasoning for this.
Ah, now you're speaking my language, John. See, you know, a good rule on seasoning, my grandma always used to say, you never want to add too much because you can always add a little more if it's not up to your taste, but you can't take away. So we want to start out really slow, just a little dash.
Okay, so I'll take this.
And I'm going to have my friend Seema. Seema, just grab a little pinch, just a little pinch of salt. Start with that. And again, you can always add more, but you can't take away. Go ahead, Seema. Go ahead and sprinkle that, and sprinkle it up high so it just the salt will distribute in the eggs evenly. That looks great. Now, how about a little bit of pepper? How much you think?
Another pinchful.
All right, sounds great. Another pinchful, she says. Looks good. Looks good.
Perfect. Now you can see that my eggs are starting to become a little less runny now. I'm just going to keep moving them to the middle. A lot of people, when they scramble eggs, they mix them all around and it's in a bunch of pieces. I think the best scrambled eggs are fluffy and they look kind of like a pillow. So we're going to keep these eggs together and just keep them moving here. Now I know that our pan started slow and it took us a long time to get those peppers started, but you can see that this is cooking fast because once that pan gets hot, it's not really going to cool down that easily. So take your time, go slow. You don't have to do this at a high heat. You're going to have more control the slower you go.
Right about now, I think you add about half a handful. And after we put it on there, we can pull it from the heat because the cheese is still going to melt even off the heat because the metal is going to retain its temperature. So go ahead, Seema. Nice. Going up high, making sure the cheese is all distributed evenly.
And then what's not distributed evenly, I'm going to go ahead and mix up with my spatula. And Mr. Chuck's right. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off. And this pan is still hot, so the eggs are going to continue to cook. And I'm going to wait till this melts all the way, and we are going to be done. I see Chuck over there grabbing some glasses. What are those glasses for? We're not going to eat our eggs out of glasses, are we?
Oh, no. We're going to have some of this fat-free milk.
Perfect. Now, if the eggs turn brown, you know they're done, okay? You can still eat them if they're brown, but that means that they are definitely done. You need to remove them from the heat, and the heat being the pan in this scenario, take them right out of the pan. You can see these are moist here. That's beautiful. They're still fluffy. Our ingredients look tasty. It's nice and colorful. We always like to say you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth.
Presentation's very important.
And we'll just portion this off.
I can see that cheese really melted in there.
It did.
Looks great. Now, is this a recipe you think you could make at home after doing this? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Eggs go great with so many different things. Peppers would taste great in here, broccoli, onions would taste great in here. Really anything you have in the fridge, any veggie, experiment. Eggs are a great playground for you to kind of experiment. How about some leftover chicken, ham, turkey? It's going to beef up the protein level. Going to taste awesome. All right, the combinations are really endless.
They
so
are.
Open up your fridge and get ready for an adventure. We'll see you guys next time.
And remember, what's in the fridge
Is what's for dinner.